Brothers and sisters, hope everybody's safe and well. I wanted to talk about being a parent in recovery. No. Scrap that. I want to talk about being a parent in general, and then being in recovery as well, and like sort of like, yeah. So I'm on my way now, to pick up my little girl from school. Right, it's the last day of the year, you know what I mean? And I feel absolutely blessed and that. But can I be asked? Can't be asked. Now, I'm just being honest, you know what I mean? I love my little girl to bits. I love her to bits. You know, and like, but I'm fucking, you know what I mean? I've got a daddy power bank, you know what I mean? And or should I say a parent's power bank? And you know, it runs low now and again, you know what I mean? And that's all right. And you know what? Do I have an unreal expectation upon myself how I should be, like overly enthusiastic, spontaneous, like loving and fucking understanding, and like proper down to earth, and do me and my little girl just like mesh all the time, and we have this beautiful blossoming fucking no I don't. All that is a fucking fairy tale. Having kids is graft, period. And you know, when I've not seen her for a while, you know, when she's been at her mum's and I've had that little bit of a break and I've had that time to sort of have that little recharge for myself, which I understand most parents don't get, right? And it's important to try and find them areas where you can stop and recharge and replenish yourself so that you can give it away, do you know what I mean? But you know, when I pick her up on a Friday, I fucking miss the bones of her. You know, the minute she's not here, I just miss her. You know, yeah, I miss her. And like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, you know, like I usually have my daughter. You know what I mean? And like I'd say a good, you know, I have quite a lot, you know. And I try and have her as much as I can, and you know, in the future I'm going to try and have her a bit more, and I have her more now than what I used to, and it's progressive, you know what I mean? But like on Friday when I missed the bones of her, like me and her, we're like that, we're just like that, you know. And then Saturday comes, and Sunday, and Monday, and we're like, sometimes we're like that. And she's even said to me, you know, I'm glad to be in touch with my daughter, you know what I mean? I'm glad to like be open and talk about it, and we communicate now better than what we used to, because she's like 7 and 8 now, you know what I mean? And we can talk, and she's like, Daddy, you're doing my head in. And I'm like, you're doing my head in. And you know, and that's all right, you know what I mean? It's all right to get under each other's fucking skin now and again, and it's all right to feel restless and irritable and a little bit discontent now and again. It doesn't make me a bad parent. And I'm making this video because I want to watch this video for myself, you know what I mean? Because I'm out here fucking like giving my experience to other people. I don't fucking listen to myself. I'm a fucking good dad, I'm a good parent. You know, I pick her up from school and I miss her. It'll probably last about 10 minutes, she'll get it cared. She'll be like, I'm like fucking doing my head in again, you know what I mean? But that doesn't mean that I don't love her. That doesn't mean that she doesn't know that she's safe and loved and cared for. And I will do anything for her, do you know what I mean? And, you know, I've started to build this relationship with my daughter where I'll be honest with her, you know, we talk about it, and I talk about feelings, and I let her know, you know, I said to her, look, I'm feeling a little bit grumpy at the minute, or I'm feeling a little bit this, or that, what you're doing makes me feel like this, and you know, I try to like let go of control of most things. I try and have that a realistic approach to that, and remind myself that she's 7. You know, remind myself that she's a child. Remind myself that I don't always have to be the authority figure. I don't always have to be dad mode. You know, and learning how to, from being parent mode to best friend mode to like let's be cheeky mode. You know what I mean? And when I do that and I go with her flow, usually things go a lot better. You know, she's got it fucking screwed on. I'm telling you. I've learnt more from my daughter than what my daughter will ever learn from me. And I'm being serious with that. You know, if she does something wrong, like within 10 minutes, she's forgot about it and she's fucking happy, joyous and free yet again. You know, if I do something, I hold on to it and it pisses me off for hours. You know, I can end up aggy as fuck. And it's like, she'll do something, she'll break a toy or something, you know, something simple, she'll go, cry, done, finished. I don't cry, I'm just a grumpy twat for hours about it, you know, and it affects me. I learn more from her than what she learns from me, you know, and as I said, I don't have that unreal expectation on myself from the point of view of what I think I do. But do I put that expectation on my head to sort of be like always be happy based on the feedback I'm getting from my daughter? You know, I think like if my daughter's not happy, I'm doing something wrong. You know what I mean? If she's crying, it's because of me. I take it personally. I forget that she's her own little bag of fucking feelings. You know what I mean? She's her own little bag of feelings and thoughts, and this is another one as well. Do you know like if you are in recovery, this is a fucking biggie for me, right? Because obviously with being a parent and stuff, you know, you might not like to think it, but we like to be controlled of everything. Don't do this, don't do that, stop doing this, make sure you do that, do this at that time before you do that, you can only have this once you've done that, you know, all that stuff, like mega control everywhere. Regardless, like when I'm talking about my relationship, you know, a lot of control issues has come from when, and I've noticed around my daughter, and they're not like overbearingly controlled, the subliminal thoughts and feelings which get me all aggy in here, you know, when like, you know, fucking niggles, you know, like getting water all over my bathroom, right, like getting water everywhere. She's in bath, she's splashing everywhere and there's fucking water everywhere. And instead of me going, doesn't fucking matter, Neil, she's in bath, it'll clean, it'll dry, I'm like, stop spilling loads of water, and I'm like fucking mopping it all up with towel before she's even finished. Then I'm like sat there because I've mopped, oh mate, and then because I'm sat there trying to clean up all this water and she's doing it again, I'm like, and now I feel like she's doing it on purpose, she's not listening to me, and that's affecting me, and you know, like there's so many avenues with this stuff when it comes to being a parent in recovery, and this is a big one for me when it comes to control. I read it in a book, you know, I read it in a 12-step fellowship book, and it was about being a parent, and it was about realizing that this little bag of nerves and feelings and emotions, which I identify as my daughter, also has her own higher power. I am not her higher power. My child, I am not God to my child. My child has her own separate little God, or whatever it is, or a separate little higher power, working abundantly in her life. I have my own in my life. Mine isn't hers, and I'm definitely not hers. And when I try to beat her higher power, I end up discomfort. I cannot play God yet again. I've learnt this in recovery. You know, people, place and things. I like to play God, and when I like to play God, I end up in discomfort. My daughter has taught me this very, very fucking quick, like, and very consistently. You know, this has been like a massive journey for me. I'm here now ready to pick her up from school. I'm gonna put my hands and fucking bow my head for 10 minutes in care before I get her, because I need some power. You know, when it's not all sunshine and rainbows, you know, 80-90% of the time, I'm fucking in it to win it, you know what I mean? I'm acting it, I'm 7 years old, let's go and do whatever you want, me, you and your fucking imaginary best friends, let's go and do this. But sometimes I need just a little bit of adult conversation, I need a cup of coffee, I need to lock myself in my bathroom and get on my fucking knees and ask for fucking a bit of power, you know, and just and a bit of serenity, right? I need to let go of the fucking fingers thinking that I'm in control of everything and all that stuff, and I just need to allow myself to be a loving, caring dad and sort of just let her do what she wants, and everything's fucking better. And if it breaks, fix it, and if it's not broken, you know, then it's a bonus. And if it gets dirty, it'll clean up. And if as long as she's smiling, it's all right. And if she is crying, fucking stick kettle on. You know, it's like being a parent in recovery is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful process. I feel really grateful for the connection and the bond that I've got with my daughter nowadays. But being more aware to what it's like and being a parent in recovery, and the expectations I have upon myself of how I should be and conduct myself as a father, is far beyond my expectation and far beyond realistic expectations what I have for myself. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I've got to remember that there's a little inner child inside me that likes to play now and again. I just don't like doing it when I've got the responsibility, and I find it hard to let the inner child out in me. I find it hard to let my inner child out while I'm trying to be a productive father. I'm trying to be this protective father, because I'm in two different characters, you know, and it's difficult for me to let my child out while I'm being responsible. So I'm trying to be responsible father, and I'm trying to be playful, which is the little Neil inside. And this is like daddy, best friend, daddy, best friend. And when I'm here, more or less, she's having the time of her life, and I feel free as a fucking bird. It's when I switch back to daddy mode and I stay here for too long, little Neil and Ruby don't have much of a good time, you know, and it's learning to come back down. It's like, is it really important? Do I really need to control this situation? How would I feel if I just let go? What if I do if I just let her do whatever she wants to do? Remind myself that I'm a good dad. Remind myself that whatever the fucking happens, it can always be fixed. It doesn't really matter. And as long as she knows and feels the fact that she's listened to, she's looked after, she's loved, and she's safe, then just like you, I'm doing a fucking good job. Stay blessed, guys. School's out. That's it now for another fucking 6 weeks, mate. I suggest you learn how to pray. It works, hopefully. That's it now, mate. School's out. Stay blessed, guys. I wish you the best of luck for the next 6 weeks when it comes to being a parent in recovery.